Good morning, year three. As always, welcome back to our YouTube channel and welcome back to another English lesson where we are going to be looking at our new unit. Now, I wonder, can anybody think or remember what the key parts were? We had written yesterday as part of our cold task, The Three Little Pigs. Can anybody remember what the key parts of that story were? Why don't you see if you can remember them all or reread your work from yesterday, just as I'm pulling up our slides. So, as always, we are going to start off with our sentence structure. Have a little go, pause the video, give yourself 5 minutes or so. Can you spot all of the mistakes in Rita's sentence? Have a little go on your own. I'm going to be doing it on mine and we'll see what we come up with. So I'm going to give it a capital. Oh, I'm not going to use that pen. Let's try that again. There we go. Capital letter for we. Start of a sentence. We had cake and fizzy pop on birthday, we did. Doesn't sound right. We had cake and fizzy pop on whose birthday? Mine? On my birthday? On his birthday? On her birthday? On our birthday? See which one you wanted to choose there. I'm going to go for my. On my, making sure my descender goes low. On my birthday. We had cake and fizzy pop on my birthday, we did. Do I need the we did at the end? Probably not. It's probably extra information, extra words that I don't necessarily need. We had cake and fizzy pop on my birthday. And then, of course, the sentence has to end in a full stop. So well done if you managed to reword that sentence and add in the missing punctuation. Today, we're going to be looking at finding the features of a traditional tale. Now, we spoke a little bit yesterday about how a traditional tale is very similar to a fairy tale. And I wonder if you can think of any in your head. So we have Three Little Pigs, you could have Little Red Riding Hood, you could have Goldilocks and the Three Bears, The Enormous Turnip, Jack and the Beanstalk. There are lots, and I'm sure you can name a lot more as well. Today, we're going to be having a look at the features. So the key bits that we normally have on our little toolkits that we stick in our book. So the key bits that make a traditional tale almost successful and gives it that fairy tale. So, as I've said before, we're going to be having a look at a range of traditional tales and seeing if we can find things that are similar between them, seeing if we can identify those features. Let's have a go at one. Now, I'm not going to have a read through this. I'm going to leave it there for you to have a little read of. Feel free to pause the video, have a little read through it, and see if you think of anything that might be a feature. Okay, so after you've now read through it, you will have found lots of the key features that we've had. And I just identified some that I found as I was reading. So every traditional tale needs a story opener. So this one has a very classic story opener, and it's Once Upon a Time. You could have In a Land Far, Far Away, One Sunny Day, whatever it might be, but thinking about that sort of story opener. I've got here a description of characters. Now, I've identified that they were poor. Poor Jack. He was poor, he didn't have any money. That's describing Jack. And a huge giant. So it's an adjective and it's describing the giant, describing one of the characters. In a traditional tale, you generally have a character that is good. So in this case would be Jack, and a character that is bad. And in this case, it's obviously the giant. You might have a traditional tale in your head that you're thinking, yep, that person's a good person and that person's a bad person. Generally, in traditional tales, there is also some sort of fantasy or magic. So, of course, in this particular story, I've highlighted that there was a hen and a harp that sang. Now, obviously, we know in real life, musical instruments don't sing and hens don't lay golden eggs. So that is where the fantasy and the magic comes in. Interesting verbs. So I've identified chased or bellowed. He didn't just say it. It didn't say, fee, fi, fo, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman, he said. doesn't make it very exciting. So we want to make it interesting. So we've got bellowed. It shows that he really shouted it and he really bellowed it out. And he chased. So it kind of tells you that he wasn't just kind of running on a little jog. He really chased him. Different ways of saying said. Now I say this quite a lot. I wonder if you can use another word other than said. So we've got cried or shouted as quite a nice one. You could also use bellowed that we had up there before. And as well, the last one that we've got on my list is adverbs. So looking for those sorts of doing words. Happily, he lived happily. It's those ly words, those ly words. And we're going to be having a look at adverbs in SPAG tomorrow. So we should know a bit more about that. So moving on to the next slide. What I would like you to do after I've done that one, I did that one and I found those key bits. I wonder, could you read through the story of the Three Little Pigs? And I've got our traditional tale toolkit there. And I wonder, could you highlight and could you find those certain things? And you might want to write it down. So you might want to write story opener, once upon a time, description of characters, is it that one? Just be aware that every single feature might not be in this text. Okay, so just be aware as you're going through, majority of them will. Just have a little look, see if you can identify any of them. See if you can find them. If you want to pause the video here, as always, please feel free to do so. Okay, once you have done that, a little extension activity for you to do. Maybe you could find a book in your house or a piece of text from online. Use the toolkit and decide if it's a traditional tale or not. You could then, similar to how you did the Three Little Pigs, create your own toolkit with examples. So who was the good character? It might have been, so in the other case, it was the wolf, the bad character. The good character, sorry, was the pigs. Bad character was the wolf. Has it got a clear structure? Has it got that beginning, middle, end? And so on. Has it got fantasy and magic characters? We know that pigs and wolves don't talk. So there's the fantasy for that. I wonder if you can find a book in your house and you might want to sort them out into piles on whether you think it's a traditional tale or not. Maybe you might find some other features and some other similarities that traditional tales have as well. So good luck with that. Can't wait to see what you find out and all the different toolkits that you create. Have a lovely day and I will speak to you very soon. Bye.